Roger packed up an admiral. Word on the street is he lightly punched him until he died. Okay, that's cap. I've no idea what he did, but clearly he did something because his ass was on the move. I don't even need the allegations. I've known this dude a long time. Well, I heard about him for a long time. He definitely did that shit. Rocks over Roger, rocks over Roger, rocks over Roger, rocks over Roger. Now remember, they had to jump him. Garp and Roger stand at the pinnacle of hockey. Two ops had to join forces to take him down. Rocks over Roger. Don't play with me. Rocks really sat there and said to Emu, I just made 5 kings come up missing. I pulled up to your backyard. I dropped an admiral. My president is black and my Lambo is blue. Now when I come back and I see you again, I'm gonna milli rock the dog water out of you. The last person that laid eyes on Emu literally got back shots and they packed him up. Oh, yeah! To be honest, we don't even know if Rocks is even dead at this point. I mean, he got defeated, clearly, because if he didn't, he would still be around. For all we know, bro could be straight up hiding. The boy's son don't sleep. Blackbeard to this day doesn't know the satisfying sensation of taking a midday nap. Not gonna lie, I tend to sleep when Batman be mobile, usually at night. So I don't really know that feeling either. But that's not the point. Like, you know, Blackbeard don't be sleeping. But if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join the notification. I'ma call it right here, right now. Luffy, Blackbeard, they gonna join forces and they gonna have to fight Emu together. Period. I said what I said. Now, when we look at the history between Luffy and Blackbeard, of course, they started off as, well, the dynamic was actually interesting when you break it down because they were in a bar and they were drinking. And it's not the classic way you would actually pit mortal enemies against each other, because I know for a fact, if Luffy saw Blackbeard, it would be on sight. Hey, you was that dude that got my brother took. All right, throw them hands up. And it's real sad because we got introduced to Ace and he got captured by Blackbeard. Well, they fought, he got captured, and they packed him up to the Marines. And yes, it was Akainu who landed the finishing blow. And I do believe that they're gonna clash. But you know what? I feel like the fight with Akainu is definitely gonna be Dragon's fight. I feel like him and Luffy are gonna clash, but that fight is strictly gonna be Dragon and Sabo. Or maybe just Dragon. Point is, Luffy and Blackbeard are ops. For right now. So historically speaking, they're definitely gonna fight. Obviously, of course. Xebec pulled up to Emu's inner garden, and you know what's crazy? He was just there kicking it. Even sat there and declared that he gonna spin the block. What pedestal or how much hockey do you have to be able to make such a declaration? And clearly we see retrospectively, there was an episode where Emu had a giant hat. He had Blackbeard's poster and Luffy's poster, along with Vivi, I think Shirahoshi maybe. And he had a knife through all of them. So clearly he not messing with any of them. Now the idea that Luffy and Blackbeard are gonna join forces really comes from the idea that Emu don't like both of them. We see retrospectively, Oda has teamed up previous ops along with the Straw Hats. I don't think Luffy and Blackbeard will be the exception. I feel like they definitely will have to team up to take Emu out. Luffy's powerful, but I don't think he can take Emu by himself. Emu knows exactly what Emu's capable of. So said by Mu. Not sure where that came from, but whatever. Point is that he knows what he's capable of. Luffy's still in the process of understanding his own abilities. In addition to that, his hockey ain't got nothing on Joy Boy. Just saying. So we can call the team up between Luffy and Blackbeard is a classic example of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Luffy, who is the enemy of Emu and the current enemy of Blackbeard, but then who is also the enemy of Emu, which would technically make him Luffy's friend. Follow me. Now, because Luffy and Blackbeard are friends by those mental gymnastics, that would make them partners, collaborators, definitely not friends, but people who will see the need to have to work together to obtain the current objective. That could have been said a lot easier. I mean, we've had classic examples: Luffy, Zoro, Kaku, and Lucci versus the Seraphim. And you know, the moment things went down south, Zoro hit him with that Itoryu. Luffy and Blackbeard will definitely settle things, and Blackbeard gonna get what's coming to him. So I guess Xebec will be back through his son. What's interesting is that the Admiral dies because at this point, he didn't die immediately, but he was in life-threatening conditions to the point where he was done. Pack him up. And they find out that it's Rox and he's on the run and he clashes with Herald. Now, this only tells me how strong Loki is because he has advanced Conqueror's Haki. And with that clash that drove everybody away within a 5-kilometer radius, only shows you that one, Loki is strong AF. So I'm definitely curious to see what his power is and how that'll be able to help in taking down Mu, or who the girl? We still gotta deal with Shamrock too. Ooh, oh man, we got too many fighters, man. I mean, Zoro and Sanji are en route, but Sanji ain't got no Conqueror's Haki. I mean, Zoro gonna do something, but this gonna be a whole thing. Turns out Rox was a fan of the Davy back fights. I'm pretty sure those episodes were mostly filler because I'm very sure they lost Chopper, but they got Chopper back, but I'm definitely sure they're filler. So that's how he actually accumulated a lot of his crew. I still can't believe this guy's pirate crew ended up being a crew that eventually went on to be Emperors of the Sea. Imagine just having a whole crew of Conqueror's Haki users. Hey, I mean, Luffy about to have his own set of Conqueror's Haki users too, so I mean, yeah. So Rox has advanced Conqueror's Haki. Blackbeard probably got it too. Now, I don't think he will use it against Luffy. I think he probably gonna get it or develop it or discover it when he fights with Emu, because he's definitely gonna fight Emu. Either one-on-one by himself, where it's gonna be a thing of, okay, I'm gonna fight with Luffy, I'm gonna get whooped, and then Luffy gonna do the final 1v1. That final fight will be a 1v1, period. I don't know, maybe Luffy might get some sort of Gear 6 or something to give him the upper hand against Emu, but he gonna get something. But yeah, crazy chapter. Rox just on straight smoke. I will put him over Roger. I think in terms of aura farming, I put him over Roger. I know Roger just, you know, he ain't shown us everything he got, but from the spoilers that I've read, hey, my man's just nice. Just saying. But yeah, either way, video should have dropped last week, but you know, I just handed in my midterm assignment. Got another midterm in like 2 weeks, so trying to make it through. But yeah, either way, what did you think of last week's chapter? Did you like the chapter? Did you not like the chapter? Where do you think the story's going next? Either way, like, comment, subscribe, and I'ma holla at y'all later, man. Peace.